In the name of God, I'm Fatemeh Salmani from University of Birjand, one of the authors of the article analyzing the impact of COVID-19 on economy from the perspective of users' reviews. Given the impact that COVID-19 has had on the economy, in this article we'll look at the impact of economies in the top 10 economies in the world from the perspective of users. First, I will provide you with a summary of the work. One of the most important incidents in the world in the last year is the outbreak of the coronavirus. Users on social networks publish a large number of comments about this event. These comments contain important hidden information of public opinion toward this pandemic. In this study, a large number of coronavirus-related tweets are considered and analyzed using natural language processing and information retrieval science. Initially, the location of the tweets is determined using a dictionary prepared through the GeoNames geographic database, which contains detailed and complete information of places such as city names, streets, and postal codes. Then, using a large dictionary prepared from the terms of economies, related tweets are extracted and sentiments corresponding to tweets are analyzed with the help of Roberta language-based model, which has high accuracy and good performance. Finally, the frequency chart of tweets related to economy and their sentiment scores, positive and negative tweets, is plotted over time for the entire world and the top 10 economies. From the analysis of the charts, we learned that the reason for publishing economic tweets is not only the increase in the number of people infected with the coronavirus, but also imposed restrictions and lockdowns in countries. The consequences of these restrictions include the loss of millions of jobs and the economic downturn. The outbreak of coronavirus has had a great impact on various areas such as health, education, economy, and agriculture. Due to the effects that the outbreak of coronavirus has on the economy, several analyses have been performed in this field. These analyses include the topic modeling and sentiment analysis to analyze the 5 dominant issues during the COVID-19 outbreak: financial sentiment analysis, influence of COVID-19 on the global stock market indices, and stock market forecasts. In another research, tweets related to 51 states are collected to be analyzed sentimentally to realize the opinion of people about the reopening of the US economy. Then socioeconomic characteristics such as household income and education, and environmental characteristics such as population density and the number of cases of COVID-19 were then collected and analyzed along with Twitter data. Finally, using a binary model, the positive and negative sentiments of individuals about the reopening of the economy are identified. The study has yielded interesting results, including the agreement to reopen the economy from the point of view of those with lower levels of education and income, and the opposition of those with higher levels of income and education. Tweet extraction and tagging. The outbreak of COVID-19 began in late 2019, when initially only China hosted the virus, but it began to spread all over the world in February and by the end of March. The purpose of this study is to investigate the impact of the corona on the global economy, so we consider The English tweets published from March to June of 2020. The keywords corona, coronavirus, COVID, pandemic, SARS-CoV-2, and COVID-19 have been used to extract coronavirus-related tweets. Next, we aim to specify the location of each tweet. To tag locations, we have compiled a list of place names that include country, states, provinces, and city names using the GeoNames geographic database. This database provides accurate and complete information of places such as city names, streets, and even postcodes. This list, which has about 7,000 words, is then used as a gazetteer list in the gate pipeline. Finally, the tweets are matched to the list. For each city or state, province, or country name mentioned in the tweet, the name of the country is attributed to the tweet as a feature. We have collected economics-related terms as a dictionary through Oxford Dictionary, worded ontology, and with the help of an expert. Figure 1 shows the word cloud from the prepared economic dictionary. We have also included the names of banks, stock companies, and various currencies in our dictionary. Then, like the location tagging method, the relevant tweets are labeled economically via a gate software pipeline. In this way, the dictionary, which has about 500 words, is used as a gazetteer list in a gate pipeline, and the tweets are matched with it. If there is an economic term in the tweet, the economy label is added to that tweet. Sentiment analysis of economic tweets. Sentiment analysis is one of the most important processes performed on tweets. By sentiment analysis, public opinion can be evaluated about important issues and events. In this paper, sentiment analysis is performed to examine and evaluate the thoughts, attitudes, and sentiments of people during the outbreak of COVID-19 about economics and related issues. We use the Roberta model to analyze sentiments because of its high accuracy, speed, and better performance than other models. Roberta is the result of an improvement on the BERT model. After calculating the sentiment of each tweet, the frequency of positive and negative tweets from the economic point of view is calculated. The frequency trends of economics and sentiment analysis is then plotted over time for the entire world and the top 10 economies. This analysis of economic tweets can greatly help governments learn about people's thoughts and feelings regarding economic issues and make the right decisions to improve the economic conditions of individuals and communities during pandemics. This figure shows the frequency of economic tweets, sentiment analysis results, as well as statistics of confirmed patients for the whole world. The official confirmed cases are obtained using the Coronavirus Resource Center of Johns Hopkins University and Medicine. In the 7th week, the chart of the frequency of tweets has a peak in which the number of negative tweets is more than the number of positive tweets. A review of this week's tweets reveals that the main reason for the increase in tweets, in addition to increase in the number of people suffering from corona, is the loss of jobs and the severe economic record in various countries. In that week, the restrictions and locks have become much more serious than before, and have led to the closure of many guilds, companies, restaurants, etc. Figures show the same diagrams for 10 countries. In each chart, the vertical axis on the right represents the official statistics of coronavirus, and the vertical axis on the left represents the number of tweets, and the horizontal axis represents the 14 weeks. Analyzing the results revealed that there is a correlation in several countries between the frequency of tweets and the official statistics of coronavirus. Examples include Italy, the United Kingdom, and Brazil and Canada. Besides, in countries such as China, the United States, Germany, France, and Japan, the official statistics of coronavirus decrease, but the tweets related to the economy increase. The reason for this increase in tweets is due to government-related actions such as including blocking and restrictions and relations between countries during the COVID-19 outbreak. For a closer look, we study the largest peaks in the frequency curve of each country's economy. For example, in the US diagram, there are two major peaks corresponding to weeks number 5 and 9. In the 5th week, the number of positive tweets is more than the number of negative tweets. One of the reasons for this positive peak is the government's ban on immigration to the United States to keep jobs. Also, in the 9th week, the American people protested against the government, blaming government for not taking corona seriously and for losing 36 million jobs. In China, also the official incidence rate drops to 0 in weeks 6 to 12. Two major peaks in weeks 6 and 8 are seen in the tweets frequency curve. The reasons for these peaks are the escalation of the economic war between China and the United States and the ban of Chinese exports and imports to Australia. Finally, an overview of these diagrams shows that in most countries there are largest peaks in the tweet frequency curve between weeks 6 and 10. The main reasons for these peaks are the restrictions imposed in each country, which have caused the recession, the sharp drop in oil prices, the loss of thousands of jobs, and the spread of unemployment. This paper presents a method for analyzing corona-related tweets to examine the effect of the virus on the global economy. This paper just focuses on English language tweets. Also, analyzing Twitter data cannot be a testament to the thoughts and sentiments of the entire population because many people do not use Twitter. Given that a large number of tweets are written in languages other than English, providing a language-independent approach can provide a more complete and accurate analysis of public opinion views. Tweets can also be viewed and analyzed separately from the perspective of various economic parameters such as trade and production. Thanks for your attention. Any question, please?